Hey guys, Flip here, and today I wanted to make a different type of video to my hee hee ha ha videos, as I think I have to address this fully. So, for context, for those of you who didn't watch the last video I made, a few days ago I made a Bulls team video and I said that most hyper carries wouldn't work. Then I mentioned that Xiao and Eula wouldn't be that good, and this somehow caused a shit ton of outrage, with people telling me either that I'm wrong or I don't know what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to take a deep dive onto this, breaking it down further and trying to rationalize my point, and I'm going to start with Xiao. So I don't know if you guys can really tell, but don't and I've never played Xiao at all, so I went off of what I've seen from other streamers and guessed that Xiao has basically no downtime, and since Xiao does really big numbers, Baal is pointless for DPS. And since I didn't have much insight, I decided to ask my 3 friends who are all filthy Xiao mains. So I asked my first friend and he gave me this response. Then I asked someone else for more insight and they gave me this. Then I thought it still wasn't enough, so my friend gave me a 3-page thesis on this and all the batteries for Xiao and his best comps, which all have 0 to 6 second downtime. I didn't ask these nerds to go so far, so shout out to Slayer and Jamba for being so cool. Even on the copium Xiao comps, he has no ER problems. Xiao's batteries are pretty accessible, seeing as Sucrose is actually the best battery, but Gina is just there because she fills 2 roles. Fischl is also way better on this team than Baal, and I'll go into more detail in the Eula section. So if you guys can try to somehow convince me that Xiao and Baal would be a good pairing after this, then I really don't know what to say. Xiao with another anime support will basically have non-existent downtime, and solo anime Xiao will have 3 seconds of downtime if played well, so Baal again is not needed. Thank you again to all the guys who helped me write this, especially Slayer and Jamba. You guys are the goats. Damn, Osta was right. Friendship is match. Now that all of the Xiao stuff is out of the way, let's move on to what everyone probably came for, Eula, and I don't even know where to start. I'll first say, this is what my Eula looks like. So when I say stuff about the synergy between Baal and Eula and all these other characters, I can only speak from the perspective of my Eula. I can't factor everyone's build and characters, because then I can't talk about shit. Maybe different things apply to your Eula and your team, but I'm pretty sure most things I say are universal, so it's still worth to listen. I think the first thing I want to address is the amount of people downplaying Fischl on both Xiao and Eula teams, which is something I don't understand at all. Looking at off-field damage, and yes, I'm going to be talking about Eula as a hyper carry, because anyone who thinks Eula suddenly becomes a burst DPS or a quickswap DPS with Baal is on some serious copium. Looking at the scaling for both Oz and Bullseye, Oz outscales Bullseye by more than double, and they both have 100% field presence. On top of this, you get additional damage for every reaction you do, and on this team you'll proc a reaction every 2 to 6 seconds, and on the Xiao team you'll proc a reaction every 2 seconds. Then, Fischl's ultimate lasts a few seconds and does a good amount of damage. At C2 and C4 you get better AoE and more damage, and then at C6, it isn't even close to a competition. For off-field damage, Fischl completely shits on Baal, even at C0, and this disparity grows even more with cons. Now let's talk about ER. Baal will recover 25 energy for Eula. Diana with 1 skill cast will generate 12 energy, which is about half of this. But the thing is, you run Diana with either Favonius or Sack, in which the result will be 24 energy, which is still less, but then you factor in that this is with 0 energy recharge built on Eula, so even having 1 ER sub on an artifact makes Diana provide more energy than Baal for Eula. So even as a battery, Diana solves energy, so we can cross that off. Next, let's move on to the burst damage, and with Baal you'll increase Eula's burst by 24%. So let's say I hit a 200k burst without the buff. With the buff I will hit 248k, which is a big damage increase for damage per screenshot. But if that is literally the only thing she will provide for my Eula, then I don't see the point of running her on the team. Even my Jinyan would give a bigger damage bonus due to her shield and her C2, so if I wanted more damage I would just use her, and she doesn't have to take up 7 seconds of the time my Eula would be doing damage on field. Speaking of on-field damage, so, long story short, Baal does not replace Fischl either with Xiao or with Eula. She has 1 pro that gets outweighed by the cons of having her. This argument can only be further proven or dismissed when Baal releases in 3 days, so until then I will still hold my stance that Baal will be better on quickswap teams or with characters that have downtime like Hu Tao, Child and Yoimiya. Even if that didn't change your mind, I hope it gives you more insight onto why I feel this way, and so you guys don't think I'm an idiot. And because some people might not get this, run what team you think will best suit your Eula. Me saying that I don't think these characters will be good together does not equate to if you run this team you're a dumbass. That is not the point of this video at all, or my previous video. The purpose is to tell you what teams and comps will get the most use out of your Baal, which I don't think will be Eula or Xiao. And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what your thoughts are on this video. Thank you once again for watching the video, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.